Julifer9D211 coming at you with another video. This video is regarding I am mural. So I did notice he actually posts a profile. People who are ignorant and don't understand, they think that this is his deck already. This is just a starting point for him. So he's just starting. To be honest with you, as a starting point, is an excellent deck. And one key element that I found, the reason why nobody has content like I do on my channel is not necessarily because I'm better or I'm good or I know what I'm doing. It's because the understanding of Yu-Gi-Oh! And YCS and what really happens. A lot of people go to the events, like I've gone before a lot. A lot of people don't even make it past like 180 spot. And most of the people don't even make it past the 100. And I've had students that I taught, they have YouTube channels that are famous, and I helped them and they got high. They got past the 100 with Dark Magician decks. And I taught them from scratch. It's not like they knew, no, they didn't know nothing, and I taught them. And I have to take I am mural serious because I'm a man of my word. And he asked me to do a collaboration, and I said yes. So I have to be with him in good times and bad. And obviously this is the beginning of his profile. And he's got the 2 Dark Magicians, the mana. He's got the 3 Alistair, the 3 Magician Souls, 1 Rod, which obviously is like very normal. Excuse me. Which is very normal for Dark Magician Invoke deck. Like, this is not like a out of the world beginning profile. This is a staple. This is how they all start. I've played a version where there is no rod, so I might be the only person on the planet to have profiles where I have 0 rods, and it works just fine. I never needed it. Some of my duels are with those decks with no rods, and you can catch it because I never use a rod. And I leave like, I don't know, like 20 or less cards in my deck, like 15, and I win the duel and you never see a rod, and that's why, because I cut it out. So then after that he's got the Maya's Dragon. That's fine. And One Apprentice, broken if you know how to play it correctly. There's so many chains, combos and plays, extenders. And then he's got the 2 Illusion of Chaos. I know he's got to work on the profile, but in my personal opinion, from destroying all these decks and going against decks that are like undefeated, like crazy amount of undefeated records, and even first place YCS champion decks of the world, which I really feel like no one's beat more than me, because I have like 42 of them recorded on my channel. And from what I can tell, the thing that's probably not negotiable, like it could be, but I would say no. It's probably the 2 Illusion of Chaos. When I duel decks that are broken, like no one stands a chance against them, everyone hates them. The 2 Illusion of Chaos is a good number. I had told Loza from the beginning, because he bought the Illusion of Chaos 24 hours after they came out, and he kept playing 3, and I told him no, do 2, and then he did 2 and he did good. And then I asked him again, what do you feel like? And he told me, like Loza told me, like, yeah, it looks like the number 2 is good. It's a good number. I wouldn't change it. If you do, you're gonna alter the ratios. Everything else you have to still work on it. And then I noticed the Serabis. If you know how to play it in combo, it's broken. and then you can enter to Dragoon with it. So much stuff you could do with it. Um, the the Ash Blossom. Obviously, you guys know how I feel about that. There is no existing history in the planet Earth of a deck that has hand traps that has gone past 100th place in YCS World Championships or even nationals, regionals, world championship, the qualifiers and all that. Everything. There is nobody who exists, at least not on planet Earth, has done it with hand traps. And people haven't figured it out. And I was the first guy to figure it out because I have videos from 2019 when I destroyed the YCS World Champion first place. It's like the third video. I had said this before. I think it's the Trickstar World Champion YCS first place, which is the burn deck. You should already know that deck. It still had all the three field spells, and when I dueled it under the ban list, and the guy dueled me. The guy dueled me. What had happened was I met the guy through Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2, because I had seen one of his duels, and then I messaged him through it. In case you didn't know, that's why I play, because I can talk to people. And he told me that, yeah, he was playing the unbanned version. So I told him, I'll play you with the Dark Magician with the ban list. So my ban list didn't have a lot of cards, his did. And he played the original because I just wanted to prove myself. So when I dueled him, and it's recorded, it's on my channel, he did 3 or 4 negations per turn back in 2019. That's crazy. And I still beat his deck. And it was the first place YCS World Champion of the year. I don't remember what month it was. I think it was the May or August, something like that, of 2019. And that deck, I think it got hit in the bad list somewhere around January or February of 2020, something like that, somewhere around that time. And it was still that world champion. It still kept winning. So yeah, I smoked it almost 4 years ago with the old 3-4 years ago Dark Magician deck. So that should tell you something. But one of the things I noticed was I figured out that I didn't play any hand traps, and the deck became a lot faster and the draw power was violent. And then from there is where I figured it out, and I started telling everybody, like Sam from the extremely popular channel, and Loza, I've been telling everyone. And when they don't listen, they don't win. The deck with hand traps was good, like I've said many times, early 2021, but the meta and the top tiers are evolving so hard that Dark Mission can't keep up, so you have to ditch them. That's why only the top 100, there's probably been only 6 of them in history, in the world's history, that made it past 100, and none of them had hand traps. And I went on all their channels and commented to them, and I told them, hey, if you want to try it, try without the hand traps. But nobody gives me the credit. But it doesn't matter because it's not about me. It's about them winning. That's my whole goal. But I would advise you to reconsider the hand traps. The reason why, if you can make a Baron de Fleur, then yeah, play it. But if not, be careful, because in about 3-4 months, we're going to have the Splithe come to TCG, and I guarantee you won't find another channel that can beat it. Not the first place. That deck is gonna end up being first place nationals. I already know. Everybody already knows that. So that deck can establish easily 6 to 8 negations per turn. And the mandatory minimum for that deck is to set up 3 to 4 per turn. Honestly, I already played it. I already beat it with my format. So I'm not gonna make the video available because I don't want people to copy me and people to see the sequences, because that's gonna give away all my hard work. And also I beat it with the new format, and I've been trying to finish off the one that has the no dragoon, so I'm ready for it for the next year, 2023. But yeah, you guys are gonna have a hard time beating this deck with the current Dark Magician format, because this format, to be honest with you, even Loza, like look at Loza's 2-day-old video, like there's no more earlier video. Pay attention to his duels with this format. Nobody that I know that exists has a new profile Dark Magician and goes through negations. Nobody. I don't know anybody. If you pay attention to my videos, since the ban list hit, pretty soon it's gonna be 2 months ago. All of my videos, they're no anaconda anymore, and I'm going through 3 to 4 negations per turn and still winning. So what you're starting to notice is that everybody is dueling. They upload videos going against weak decks, but they're not uploading any videos going against like first place YCS decks, or little alone go against local first place decks. So first place decks at the locals usually run 2 to 3 negates per turn, and people don't understand my vocabulary. That's just like the basics. It's not even a secret. You should already know that. So this profile with the hand traps, it is not able to go through it, because even Losa uploaded the new video, and a lot of people think it's a good build. It's trash, and I'll explain why. Because he drew 2 or 3 infinite impermanents and 2 ash, something like that, a bunch of hand traps. All he drew was a rod. So check this out. So the opponent goes and he negates everything, and he doesn't have nothing left. He just has a rod. So he plays the rod, and the rod becomes live. So in the real world, everyone who plays Dark Magician for reals, like you win your locals, or you play and you beat YCS decks, you should already know a rod never resolves. So that's a lie. Like when he takes that deck and he duels in real life, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win any duels. In order for you to have a successful Dark Magician deck, you have to go through mandatory 2 negations per turn minimum. And like I've always said, it doesn't mean you're good. It just means that you're finally in the step 1. You're finally in the basic mode. Because a lot of people think like, oh, I can go against 2 negations per turn, I'm good. Those are lies. I keep telling you guys, and you guys don't believe me. That just means that you finally arrived at the basics of Dark Magician. What you're supposed to be going is going to 3 to 4 negations. And like I said, I have videos where I've gone through a maximum, I think, of 7 or 8. I'm gonna be re-uploading the videos because I have so many videos in my channel that I don't want to scroll all the way down. So I'm gonna be re-uploading them so you guys can see them. But yeah, my deck is able to go through like 3 to 4, and at some places 0.6 and 7 negates on me. And I already beat the split. I played it twice and I beat it twice. And the deck is dangerous. It can establish easily 3 to 4 negates. Like, it's not like he got lucky. No. That's the mandatory. And I really feel like Dark Magician players are going to struggle with it. For me, I know that deck's gonna get a little bit more powerful. For me, that deck feels like it's a weak deck. It's just another weak deck to me. But I can already guarantee Dark Magician players will not be able to beat it. Dark Magician players struggle with the weakest decks. They struggle with top 16 Flunderies. YCS, I already beat that deck. There was a guy who played with like one of the top 16 on my channel, and I killed it. I'm gonna re-upload it on my channel. Then I also beat the Mystic Mine first place, and then the other one was the Sky Striker. I done the top 16 Alter Guys YCS with the Adventure token. You name it. You name the deck that you can't beat, and I have videos where I already capped it easily. So I'm warning you, not just I am mural, like just to the whole Dark Magician community. You guys can only trick people so far. You can only trick yourself so far. You have to take it serious. You have to go through 2 negates per turn. No unzip for buts. Even in your home, before you go to the locals, play your hand and negate yourself twice on purpose. If the deck is not able to go past that, you've created a trash deck. It's not gonna work. So I already know when I come back and check this channel, like in the future, because you just started, I have to give you time. But I'm gonna be checking to see how many negates you go through. If I'm not talking about you establish your board, then you take negates. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you have 5 cards and 2 of them get negated from your first opening hand. That is the real world. That is first place material and then top 100 or less YCS style, which would be considered a top tier. But it's not good enough to beat the world YCS champion decks. For that, you need to go 3 to 4 per turn, which I feel like only I'm able to do it, and I have proof. So the only advice I would give you, like I said, because I see the video starting. I mean, you're just starting, and I promised you I would collab with you. I know your deck's gonna be evolving and evolving. I am Mural, and I'm here to support you 100%, no matter what. But I strongly advise you to document on a notebook or something. But you have to arrive at step number 1. You have to go through at least 2 negations per turn. If you're not able to do that, my good friend, I assure you, you will have trouble with the decks that are gonna be coming out at the end of this year and then early next year. And then when Dragoon gets cut, I don't want you to be like all the other thousands of Dark Magician players which don't know how to play Dark Magician and they're lying to their community. As soon as the ban list hits, they're all confused. Everyone, their channels, they go empty. They have nothing but Digimon and Pokemon and Minecraft, all sorts of stuff, but they don't have Yu-Gi-Oh no more. Look at my channel and be critique of me. It's fine to be critique, but don't think that I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna destroy everything that's fake. And to be honest with you, I strongly believe that I'm the only channel. I don't know anybody else that exists. I'm the only channel that played Dark Magician 1 year before the ban list, with the ban list, and then on top of that, when the ban list hit, I wasn't affected at all. And I've been killing all the decks under the ban list and killing them all. Even the number 1 decks with the ban list, I've been killing them. That's where I know nobody can match me. So I know what I'm talking about. So like I said again, I strongly urge you to remember that you have to go through 2 negates per turn because eventually you're gonna have to go to 3 and then you're gonna be put to 4 negations. And from what I'm looking at, you're gonna end up having to go against 5 negations. I don't have any problem with that, but I feel like you're gonna have issues because that's where all the other Dark Magician players do. And they all have the same problem because of the same cards, the hand traps, the infinite impermanence, the ash blossoms. And if you don't want to believe me, go to their channels, man. See for yourself. Get a pen and a paper and go through their videos, count their negations. And you know what you're sadly gonna find out? There is nobody. There is no existing Dark Magician channel that has that. Besides mine, I don't know anybody. I know 2 people that I trust with this build. The first one is Dark Paladin 19, as I had told you before. And there's another guy called Yugi Pro. Yami. His name is Yami Yugi Pro. And if you need their links or you need to talk to them, they're good friends of mine. I don't reach out to them as much as I did before because my profile was completed and my profiles have nothing to do with them. I build my own deck. But I was talking to them because I was noticing how they played the Invoke, because they're Invoked masters. Like they don't kill all the YCS champion decks, but they do kill everything else. And Yami Yugi Pro together with Dark Paladin 19. I mean, if I'm saying that, you should take it into consideration, because I don't say that about nobody else. They're definitely masters at Invoked. Maybe they're not masters at Dark Magician, but they're masters of Invoked. They concentrate on the Invoked engine. So I'm the opposite. I concentrate on Dark Magician. Invoked is there to help me, not to win the duel. Because that's the way that I decided to go. That's why my decks are not like anybody else, but I get different results. But yeah, I'm here to support you. I'm happy that you're building the deck, and if you continue to have questions or something, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. And test me, test me to see if I'm a liar. Challenge me. Like, you'll see for yourself. Once you start reaching 3 to 4 negations per turn, your deck will no longer win, and you're gonna have to be like everybody else. You can't upload those videos, because if you do upload them, they're gonna be you losing just like them. That's why they don't upload it. So I know we just met and whatnot, but I would consider anybody who plays Dark Magician and is willing to collaborate with me, a friend. And what I don't want to happen to you is, I don't want you to be like everybody else, that they only upload videos of taking no negations. And you know what that means, right? If all your videos are videos of you taking no negations, like your first 5 cards, you play them freely, and your second turn, all your cards are freely, and then negate you once you establish your board, honestly, you have a trash deck. And it's nothing personal against anybody or you. It's just the real truth. And if you notice my channel, my format, it doesn't change. It's the same format. It's the exact same format from 2019. All I did was upgrade the cards because they didn't exist back then. But it's the same deck, same build. And I go through 2 to 3, and sometimes I go through 4 or more negations per turn. Like that deck was high lockdown. He not only stopped all my spells, they were all getting thrown to the graveyard. Can't recycle them no more. And everything I was playing, he was interrupting. My board was always empty, and he would TK me twice, and I protected my field. And then he tried to pop it, and I negated it, all that stuff. So it's like, I'm the real deal, man. I'm the real deal. And if I'm not, then test me. Go ahead and test me. And but yeah, I'm a back you up. I'm gonna defend you, and then I can also tell you, as you create a deck that's unstoppable, you're gonna get a lot of haters. One of the key things that you're supposed to be doing, I am Mural. If somebody tells you something, go check their channel out first. If they don't have any content taking at least 2 negations per turn, or they can't beat any like deck, like at least the YCS top 100, those are like really worthless. I don't even upload them because they're so weak. But if they can't even beat some of those decks, don't even bother with them. Either delete them or just ignore them, because they're just haters. So yeah, because the whole community, the video's gone long enough, I'm gonna cut it right now, but the whole community, they're just following people who are lying to them. And everybody, the people who are following them, together with the people who are teaching, they're all in it together. Everybody, like, they know they're lying, and they're still with them. If what I'm saying is a lie, test it. Like I said, go check, get your pen and your paper, look at their videos, see how many times they go through negation, and boom, it's a light switch gonna click on your head. Like, what? Why aren't they taking any negations? And remember, I'm the one who told you that. Nobody else, there's no existing channel that says that. There's no existing channel that told you. Nobody ever told you that. I told you that. So the videos are uploaded rigged for them to win. Of course they're gonna win. Their opponent is doing nothing. But when you come to my channel, it's a whole different story. I'm getting multiple times and interrupted a lot. And I'm not affected by none of it. And from before I start to do, I already know that my opponent is worthless. And then people ask me like, "Oh, you think you're the best? You think you're invincible?" No. Sometimes I go undefeated, but other times I can do 80% wins. This isn't something new. I say it in almost all my videos. But can I beat all the strongest deck? Can I go through 4 to sometimes 7, 8 negations per turn? Yes. Do I cry or complain about Mystic Mine or any deck like Ostraguys? Any deck? No. Do I complain about hand traps? No. Do I complain about nothing? I have no complaints about nothing. The only thing I have to say is that all the decks are weak. So with that having been said, I am Mural. Best luck to you. I'm here to support you and to help you. Hopefully you start getting the deck finished and we can see some duels. I would like to record some of your duels and put them on my channel to see your progress. And then maybe hopefully when you're able to beat all these YCS decks, I would like it if you were more famous than all the other fake YouTubers. Because you seem like a pretty honest guy. I saw that Loza showcased your message from the combo. And the thing about the one card combos and stuff like that, the reason why I don't concentrate too much on that is because I go against a lot of decks that do one card combos, like top 16 YCS champion decks, but they're all trash. They don't do nothing to me. You name it. You name the combo, it's trash to me. I have videos where I just destroy it. That's why I don't really care about none of that. But be on the right path. Good luck to you. And like I said, if you need someone on the good and the bad, I'm here for you. Here to help you and support you. I think you're going to do it. I just gave you some advice to keep in mind because it might not be relevant now. It will later when you don't win any of the duels against decks that are hitting you with 4 to 5 negates per turn. And I told you so because on my channel, when those decks start coming famous, I'm going to post all those duels. But I kind of hesitant because I feel like maybe I shouldn't post it because if I do, people are just going to copy me. And that's why kind of I'm finishing the classes too because Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna move to a more harder level, and if I want to stay unique, I gotta stop sharing all the information. I have a lot of successful students also. So with that having been said, thank you for considering me. I am Mural and mentioning me on your video. I did the return to you. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Dark Magic Attack.